Good day, everyone. The topic is all about evaluation models. The CIPP model was created in the 1960s by Daniel Staffolbin and is considered a decision-oriented model that systematically collects information about a program to identify strengths and limitation in content or delivery to improve program effectiveness or plan for the future of a program. Users of this model are often focused on management-oriented evaluation as this framework combines four stages of evaluation. The focus is on continuous improvement by concentrating on four areas of a program: the overall goal or mission, context evaluation, the plans and resources, input evaluation, the activities or components, process evaluation, and the outcomes or objectives and product evaluation. By moving the by process for CIPP, by moving through each of the four areas, programs can identify important components to assess where touchpoints for revision are located. Starting with the context evaluation, an evaluator examines the resources and background within the program, such as the scope of the evaluation and supports the program has in place. Looking at overarching goals, exploring background information and cultural context are all components included during this stage. Once the goals are assessed, evaluators can move into the input evaluation stage of the model. During the input evaluation stage, review focus on identifying the key stakeholders and examining the program budget. This stage also collects information about planning and strategies for implementation, including human resource and timeline. During the stage of process evaluation, the activities of the program are assessed with the focus on continuous improvement. What is being done? Is it being done well, and what needs to be addressed for change? Finally, evaluator using CIPP measure the outcomes of the program and how effectively those outcomes are being addressed. They can ask, what is the impact and how sustainable is the program? As depicted in the figure above, governing all of the stages is the mission or core values of the program to continually refer to during each stage of evaluation. See reference, for example, a model of the model of evaluation. In T. Kellaghan, T. Staffolbin, and L. Wingate, Springer International Handbooks of Education, International Handbook of Educational Evaluation. Next is Sang G. Seller and Griffith R. Metcalf, and D. Williams and J. Shea and C. N. Misulis K. 2011, using the context input, process and product evaluation model o CIPP as a comprehensive framework to guide the planning and implementation and assessment of service learning programs. Journal of Higher Education and Outreach Engagement. Merit evaluation. Merit rating is also known as performance appraisal or performance evaluation. It is a systematic process for measuring the performance of the employees in terms of job requirement. It utilizes various rating techniques for comparing individual employees in a work, group in terms of personal qualities or deficiency and the requirement of their respective jobs. It is an established fact that people differ in their abilities and aptitudes. These differences are natural to a great extent and cannot be eliminated even by providing same training and education facilities to them. There will be some difference in the quality and quantity of work done by different workers even on the same job. Therefore, it is essential for the management to know this differential so that employees having better abilities may be rewarded and the wrong selection and placement may be restricted or avoided. Concept and definition of merit rating. According to Scott and Spriegel, merit rating of an employee is the process of evaluating the employee's performance on the job. In terms of the requirement of the job, it is a technique of assessing the worth of an employee with reference to job requirement. Next is, according to Dale Yoder, refers to all formal procedure used in working organization to evaluate personalities and contribution and also potential of a group members. In the word of Yoder, all types of method used in evaluating the worth of employees for the organization are termed as performance appraisal. Merit evaluation. In views of Alford and Beatty, employees rating is the evaluation or appraisal or the related worth to the company of man's services on his job. According to his definition, the contribution of employees on the job and their usefulness to the company is assessed under performance appraisal. Thus, according to the above mentioned definitions, merit rating or performance appraisal is a systematic evaluation of employees' contribution to the organization in the performance of their jobs. This evaluation is normally done by the immediate superior in the organization, which is reviewed in turn by his superior. Not only the qualities but the efficiency are also taken into consideration to improve the performance of employee. Objectives of merit rating. People differ in abilities and aptitudes. Management should know this difference so that employees are assigned jobs according to their capability. Main objective of merit rating are as follow. One is to assess the work of employees in relation to their job requirements. Second is to consider employees workers for promotion and transfer and also layoff or etc. 3 is to assess the good job and bad points in working of employees and then making suggestion for improvement. Next is to help in wage and salary administration and taking decisions about incentives and increments to be given to the workers. Next is to evaluate skill and training and capabilities of employees and helping in planning suitable training and development programs for workers. Next is to know the problems faced by workers while doing various jobs. 7 is to provide the basis for comparison to segregate efficient and inefficient workers. Next is to help management in placement, transfer to workers according their capacity, interest, and aptitude and qualification. And lastly is to help supervisors to know their subordinates more closely for increasing their efficiency and improving productivity. Pre and pre- and post-evaluation model. What is a pre-test and post-test assessment? Pre- and post-testing is an assessment model designed to examine the change in overall critical thinking skills or disposition in a group of test takers. It's reasonable to post-test as soon as a few weeks after a focused training program in a critical thinking, but most often a post-test is gathered months or year after the pre-test, and one common example for university setting is a pre-test at the beginning of a degree program and post-test sometime toward the end of the program for businesses. The pre-test might be done before the employee training program is begun, and post-test could be set for weeks or months after the program has been completed. How are pre-test and post-test data analyzed? Gathering pre-test data from entering student enable much peer analysis of a pre-test and post-test data, in which each individual's post-test is compared with the same individuals and pre-test. For this method of analysis to be successful, it must be possible to match pre-test and post-test for the same individuals. Hence, a coding system of some kind is needed, or ID number, investigator designated code number, or test taker name. Match pairs analysis is not the only method of pre-test to post-test analysis. Contact insight assessment, educational testing, and specialists to discuss the specific requirements of your project. Thank you for listening and watching.